Hey everybody, welcome to Geekoholics Anonymous, episode 223. I'm your host Rico, here with my co-host
Dane Cody.
Dane. Cody and I get together once a week to talk about video games, TV, movies, and whatever the hell we like. Welcome everybody.
Come on everybody, that's the way.
Everybody, come on everybody. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know the lyrics.
I know.
That's what came to my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said at the top of the show, we get together once a week, talk about video games, TV, movies, and whatever the hell we like, primarily video games. Welcome, everyone. We're here recording once again live on Twitch. This time, hopefully no audio issues. Last week, we had a little bit of a faux pas, but I think everything's good. Looking good?
Hey, there wasn't any audio issues on Twitch.
No. It's
just on my local, apparently, which was, I don't know what happened.
Bizarre.
But anyways.
Yeah, if you've never been here before, we usually start the show with our BS section, which we are knee-deep in right now. Getting into some housekeeping, our what you've been playing, news and stuff, public service announcements, and free-for-all section. I don't think we have anything free-for-all this week. No. But, BS section. Thanks, everyone, for helping me, the channel, the podcast, becoming a Twitch affiliate. We got affiliate status. Really wasn't that hard. You pretty much just have to stream. But the cool thing about that is now you guys can throw away your Amazon Prime free subs to us, which, I don't know, will help pay podcast hosting fees because we don't make any money. So that's one way of helping us out. It's cool.
That's sweet.
Big, huge shout out to Cly Guy for being our first subscriber, number one subscriber.
What?
Yeah. And then
that's pretty cool.
And then I gave my subscription to herself on my personal account. It's like, why not? I never use it.
What?
I don't watch a lot of streams, man. I'm too busy streaming. I'm a Twitch affiliate. Look.
Yeah. Wow. Good job. Did you get that in the mail?
No, I did not. I got this from my Amazon Prime Day sale. It was like $5 or $10 like a couple years ago.
No, I've actually been, for the last 2 years or whatever, I've been giving my free Prime subscription to the guys Mike and Stacy.
I've given it to them a couple times when I watch their stuff because I always have it available because I never use it.
Right. That's what I mean. If you're not going to use it, then I was trying to help somebody that's actually using this as their full-time job, right?
Hey, one day. Dreams.
Yeah.
Dreams
will come true.
You know, now that we're streaming. Now the path to partner is a lot harder, though.
Yeah.
We can meet 3 of the 4 criteria for path to partner, but the main one that's going to be our stumbling block is the average 75 viewers. So...
Tide
is
on our side.
So
it is.
We'll work on that. But yeah, thanks everyone for also hanging out with me. You know, watching my Borderlands streams, my Goose Game streams, it's been fun. I just basically it's all Dane's fault. He's basically, who cares about the quality? Just do it.
Yeah.
So I just started doing it, and basically every time I play, if I'm able to, I'm just gonna stream. So.
There you go.
Mondays and Wednesdays are the guaranteed nights. You'll find, obviously, Wednesday the show, and then Monday I'll be randomly playing whatever game I'm playing with Teacup or whoever. And obviously it's been a lot of Borderlands right now, which we could talk about when we get to what you've been playing. But housekeeping, join our Discord server, bit.ly/gapdiscord, GAPDISCORD. That's our Discord chat where we hang out offline, get and do a lot of shenanigans, chat, carry on this show and community offline. It's a good time. Highly recommend you do it. Also in housekeeping, oh boy, I've gone off the deep end with contests right now. I finally got them all set up. Got 3 of them set up. We have 3 contests going right now.
So you couldn't spread them out a little. No, you got to have them all right.
Fine.
Now.
They run for a couple weeks. Okay. I picked a winner for our Xbox, our last 3-month Xbox Ultimate Game Pass winner. That was that ended today, and the winner was. Oh man, where did I put it?
I don't know. Where'd you put it, man?
I was totally prepared for this.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
Not prepared. God damn it. Dane, sing a song.
Good.
Vape, do something.
Vape. Oh, man.
Or vamp.
Don't do that.
I will say, it was our, like, man, there's a lot of action on that contest, on the last one. I don't know why, but it kind of took off.
Get your action over here.
We got a lot of entries on that one, like over 1,000 entries.
Whoa.
Yeah. But the winner was Bibowski. I know he's in the Discord. I've seen him in the Discord. He had the secret password correct, so I know he's a show listener, which is fantastic.
Sweet.
And I've already emailed him his code. I actually emailed him and asked him if he wanted me to say his name, but since I didn't get a reply, I just gonna go.
Hey man, we gotta give the name so people know. We're like the lottery, you know. We gotta make sure that everybody knows that it's all on the up and up.
Go off the Discord. The winner's announced in the widget, so if you entered the contest, you can see it for yourself.
Sweet.
I just don't know if he wants his real name out there, but yeah.
No, we don't need to necessarily put his real name out there.
Congrats, man, and thanks for listening. So
cool.
Now we've got the Link's Awakening collectible cup giveaways. It's on.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
To enter that, I got a short link. It's bit.ly /Zelda Cups, all one word.
Nice.
You can find it on our Twitter as well. I'll put it in the show notes as well. So that's now live, and again, it has a secret password for like 20 extra entries to really boost your chances as a listener. Which was Game Boy, which we came up last week.
Yep.
And then I also got a contest up for to win a copy of Wreckfest on Xbox One.
Ooh,
that is
giving out some games.
Yeah, bit.ly /win Wreckfest, and the password is going to be Wreck It.
Ooh,
I'm a Wreck It. So yeah. Spelling won't be an issue. I don't care how you spell it, but again, that'll be your bonus entries, proving you're a listener, increasing your odds of winning as a listener to the show and not just a surf by contest enterer. I had to disqualify the last Xbox winner because when I started doing some digging, it was a stupid bot account, which is really annoying.
Ugh.
So. Anyway, I vet the winners, so like you don't necessarily have to be a listener, but it definitely helps if I can see that you entered that passcode. But I actually like check their Twitter accounts and stuff and see if they're like human beings posting stuff, because that's the problem with these contests. You get there's a lot. I guess on Twitter it's really easy to set up bot accounts to automate entries.
So then I guess the idea is they just try to like hit as many entries and hope to win.
Yeah, they just have these accounts that'll have like thousands of tweets, and they've never tweeted like anything except for retweets for random contests for makeup, for shoes, for clothes, like for everything.
They've liked or subscribed
dumb,
and all that kind of
anyway,
yeah.
This is a legit entry, which is awesome. Moving along. Oh, and again, I got another 3-month Xbox One I'm gonna do. And the short link for that one, which you'd think I would have been prepared and remember this.
But you're not.
Let's go to Bitly. It was bit.ly /Game Pass Ultimate. That's in all caps, unfortunately, because you can't edit your damn short links. So I couldn't reuse the old one, which was perfect. Isn't that the dumbest thing ever?
Yeah.
So I had to make a new one. And Game Pass is in use, so I had to go all caps Game Pass Ultimate. bit.ly /Game Pass Ultimate. And we need a new password for that one. What do you think? What do you think, Dane? Let's do this live. I got it. GPU.
All right.
Pass Ultimate. Oh, you see what I did there?
Graphic processing unit.
That too.
Mouse and keyboard. I don't know.
So yeah.
I saw
Anyway.
somebody joking in our Discord about a drinking game. So there you
Oh
go.
yeah.
Drink, motherfuckers, drink.
Yeah, mouse and keyboard. Um, yeah. So 3 awesome contests. I'll post those in the Discord after we're done recording. So
Word.
I already said thank you for the affiliate status. I don't think I have any other housekeeping. Do you? Anything exciting to share?
Um, no, no.
Right.
My weekend was kind of
Crappy because the weather sucked. Did the
No,
weather
it was
suck?
actually It was my anniversary this weekend.
Oh
So
yeah, you were all doing lovey-dovey stuff all day Saturday. Everyone's like, "Where's Dane playing video games? We miss Dane."
yeah, it's understandable if you were the one playing all the time.
Yeah, so it was pretty painful.
Yeah, no, it was my wedding anniversary. So me and my wife actually went and saw the new Downton Abbey movie.
Oh, nice.
We'll talk about it at the end of the show.
Okay, I guess we do have something for our free for all.
Oh, there you go.
I guess with that, Dane, let's get into what you've been playing. What you been playing?
What have you been playing?
I've been playing a couple things.
No. Wait.
I want to hear about COD.
Dude, did you not play COD?
No, I
Oh,
didn't have a chance to play it.
man.
I was playing Link's Awakening and stupid Borderlands.
So good. So, played it a couple weeks ago. PS4.
Oh
It was
yeah.
good. But it was also controller, which sucked. Um, so this week they had the full crossplay across PC, Xbox One, and PS4, which was super cool. I downloaded on PC.
Do you know if you were playing against console players?
Yeah, it shows. It shows what you're like, who's on what console, and whether or not they're using a mouse and keyboard or a controller.
Yeah, they should have been using a mouse and keyboard. It's supposed to match you up by input method.
It seemed to match me up more with people that were on PC. Not so much input method is what I was noticing. I noticed a lot more people like just on PC, whether or not that was mouse and keyboard or controller. But either way, I was using a mouse and keyboard, so I was a win all around. Man, it's good. It's really good.
Does it feel like old Modern Warfare?
It felt a lot like COD 4 Modern Warfare.
Does it look the same?
It looks
does
really
look
good.
Better?
It looks really pretty. Like it's the prettiest Call of Duty in a long.
Is it
I
the
mean,
same
ever.
engine?
Like,
I imagine.
so
it is,
my understanding is that they have worked like big time on revamping their engine. I don't believe that it is a brand new engine, but they have put a ton of effort and like time into changing this one and modifying it and making it work for them a little better and modernizing it from what I understand. And it shows. It plays really well. It runs really good. It looks really pretty. I was running it at 90 to 120 frames most of the time. That was pretty much everything on high running.
So better optimized than Borderlands.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Without having to turn anything off or down or up, or I mean
Yeah,
down.
no, they definitely. I mean, I'm on a side note. I'm hoping that they release like a patch and get Borderlands set up a little better because yeah, it's pretty poorly optimized. But no, it was really good. I was just playing like a quick play. You sign up for an Activision account if you don't already have one, and that's kind of how
I
they
heard
tie.
people bitching about that.
Well, that's how they tie everything together to allow the crossplay, though, right? So like,
oh yeah,
people can
because
bitch
they have
about
to,
it, but
they got to
that's-
create a unified kind of account. Yeah,
that's the thing, right? Is like that's how they
otherwise
get
it
it
wouldn't
all
work.
working together. So yeah, so once if you already got that one, then great. Log in, you're on your way. I created one. I tied it to a few things, and I was off on my merry way. It was great. It runs really good. I was just super impressed. It felt so much like that older I mean, if you played the original COD 4 Modern
Oh
Warfare,
yeah, that's the one we've played the most of, hands down.
it felt so much more like that. The way the kill streaks worked, the way the unlock stuff worked, it's very much like that. You hit level, 5 and it unlocks this gun. You hit level 6, it unlocks that gun. You know what I mean? It's that very much that kind of old school style. The more you use weapons, the more that they actually get. They also level up as well. And then, of course, as you level up the weapons, that unlocks things like scopes and silencers and all
And
that
this is
kind of
like
stuff,
classic
right?
kill streaks too, right?
Yep,
What did they have?
exactly.
I heard they had deathmatch and was it
They had
domination?
like, oh man, they had deathmatch domination. On Saturday, they unlocked the what was it called, ground war, which is 32 versus 32. That includes vehicles and all kinds of
Vehicles.
stuff. Yeah, there's like
They've never had vehicles
APs.
in an
It's
Infinity Ward one before.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. So that was in there, and then there
Huh.
was also one more. It's like a night vision mode. So it's like everybody has night vision goggles on, and it's at nighttime, and you use your night vision. And when you aim down the sights, you have a laser sight that shoots out from your gun. And if you're somebody else running around, you'll see that laser sight pop up because so as you can see somebody's like aiming, and really neat, really really neat. Um, yeah, honestly, like I don't know, like this Call of Duty was interesting to me because there were back to the campaign, the story, and so that was already interesting to me. But then when I actually played it, it is the first Call of Duty in a long time that I've wanted to like. I'm actively looking forward to this. Like it
Yeah,
was great.
that's
So
cool.
yeah,
I really wanted. I meant to play it, but then I just was playing Borderlands.
playing
And
Borderlands
actually,
all
you know what
weekend.
I was playing the most? I was playing Link's Awakening, hands down. That's what I was playing the most of.
Hmm.
Uh, I didn't stream it as much as I probably should have, but
How's Link's Awakening?
Link's Awakening is awesome. It's so good. Um,
Okay,
I played it on Game Boy. Sorry for all that
great.
noise. So I gotta show this to everybody. This
Oh,
doesn't play
dude.
for the new Link's Awakening amiibo. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Um, yeah, it's a remake or a remaster because it's a whole new game. It's an old game, but it's a new game. It was on
We're
Game
gonna
Boy,
have to
so
start
there's no
drinking when Rick
They're
shows
essentially
or talks about Amiibo.
what's that?
I said we're gonna have to start drinking when Rick
Okay,
shows or
Amiibo will be
talks
my
about
drinking game
Amiibo.
topic right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys should have because I ain't gonna talk about Destiny that much.
Oh,
Shit, drink so bad. I should have brought something. Oh well.
moving on.
Yeah, so
So
Link's Awakening is a remake of the Game Boy
yes,
classic. It's a
right.
pretty well regarded Zelda game. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's like the form of the Link to the Past top down Zeldas. You know, dungeons, get an item, go here, progress a particular path, figure out some
Right,
puzzles, get the boss key, boss room in the dungeon. But
right.
they've redone it with this, like, as you can tell from the amiibo I showed on the stream, like this kind of like toy box kind of aesthetic. It
Yeah,
almost looks like a diorama, like toy set that you could just reach down and play with. Everything has this like little plasticky shininess to it, and
it's like really cool look to it.
oh, it's super cute.
It's really pretty.
It's real. Oh yeah, it looks fantastic. I know some people complained about it chugging, like frame rate issues. It does not take away from the game. In some areas where there's tons of grass, because the grass is quite
Pretty.
like there's a lot of
It
foliage.
moves.
Foliage. Did I say that right?
Foliage.
Foliage. There's a lot of it in the game,
Yeah.
so it. I guess it's just kind of taxing for the engine. Either way, that's really the only
Yeah,
time
yeah.
I notice is in the overworld once in a while, and it's not
I also
bad.
heard that the game is designed to run at 60. So instead of when the frame rate starts to drop, instead of doing like we're running at 60 and now we're running at 52 or now we're running at 44, it just drops straight to 30. So it's like you either get 60 or you get 30.
Yeah, that
And so
might be
when it
why
does
it's
that,
so jarring.
yeah, it's pretty dramatic. So you notice it when it happens because you're like, whoa, what just happened?
Yeah,
Because you're literally having the frame rate.
and it's just in some areas in the overworld. Like
Hmm.
it's not that bad. Like some people are
Yeah.
like kind of poo pooing on it. I
Have you
heard,
played it
but
docked at all or just handheld?
I played it both. It still does
Okay.
it docked.
Right.
It's not as, I guess it's not as bad docked, but
Hmm.
I've been primarily playing handheld. Um, and I remember, like, I don't remember beating the game, but as I'm playing it, I'm remembering everything I'm doing. I'm on the 5th dungeon. I've been blazing through it.
Whoa,
Um,
how many dungeons are there? Like, are you almost done?
I want to say there's 8,
Oh,
maybe
wow.
maybe 9. I can't
Okay.
I can't remember that, but like everything seems so familiar, and I haven't been getting stuck on anything. So, um, I definitely played it on Game Boy, but I don't remember beating it. I will beat it on Switch. I'm really loving it, and I'm like, that's why I didn't play COD, and I probably didn't play as
Right.
much Borderlands as I would have liked to because I was playing that.
Okay.
I didn't stream as much of it as I wanted to, and that's because the Switch. I was like playing it on the couch, families
Yeah, yeah.
around, and it was not me like running in. I can't exactly stream when everyone's up and at 'em.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's kind of a dick move. So the streaming
You're like,
happens.
fuck you guys. I'm gonna go in here.
Yeah,
You be quiet now. I need to stream.
I don't care if they make noise.
Yeah. Okay.
Everyone loves it, especially
Not a
that
real
when
streamer.
my daughter comes into the room and says it's bedtime.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's an awesome game, man. If you have a Switch, I highly recommend it. It's beautiful, it's fun, and
Right.
it's a awesome Zelda game. It's a
I need to
classic
pick it up.
classic top
It's a
down.
little hard because
There's so
it's
much
a,
shit right now, man.
well, yeah, and it's also like a full like $80 game in Canada, right?
Yeah,
Like
well, it's a full Zelda game. I
yeah,
did
no,
get a
I
deal.
know.
I got it on that E3 like Walmart dealio. Like it was
Okay.
like I think it was $59. So it was
That's definitely
it was
better
like
for
$20
sure.
off or whatever.
That
So,
helps.
yeah, it's $20 off. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Um.
yeah, that's sweet. I need to pick it up. I'm in one of those places where I'm trying to finish off some of the games that I have.
I just keep starting new ones.
Yeah,
Control,
that's the problem. I've just started like a
Gears.
whole bunch, and I'm like, you know what? I need to actually finish some of these before I like pick up some of these other ones.
I'll get back. I'll get back.
Yeah, and then other games keep coming out, right?
Yeah. Well, what do we have left? We've got COD.
Yep.
Oh, we got the Outer Worlds. Oh shit.
Yeah. I
Um,
feel like there's some other stuff I'm forgetting too that is like big that is coming
Death
out
Stranding.
soon. The new Destiny expansion next week.
oh god,
Shadowkeep.
that's really gonna f me up. I kind of wish they just
So,
delayed it until next year.
so like I said, there's some stuff coming, for sure. Which is why I decided to go back and play through Batman Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah,
Not
I got all
finished-
this stuff on my plate that I need to finish and
Not
start.
finished Control.
And I was like, you know what? Nah,
Yeah.
fuck that. It's Batman Day. Batman Arkham Asylum. Let's play through the whole game.
Yeah, and that was
So,
free. It's still free on Epic Game Store, right?
It's free on the Epic Game Store right now. It's actually funny. I had previously installed it because it was attached to my Origin. Like because I've got the Origin Premium or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a free game on Origin. So I'd actually installed it from there and played through part of it. And then this weekend it was Batman Day and everybody was talking about Batman. And I was like, man, Batman Arkham Asylum was real good. And so I started playing that hard. And I actually finished it last night. So
What?
yeah.
Seriously,
So-
wow, you like cranked through that.
Yeah, it was I think my like 10 hours, something like that. Like
Wow, I
it's
feel
not a
like that-
super long game.
I feel like that game is way longer.
No, like well, so here's the other thing too is like I got that game on PlayStation 3 back when it came out.
Yeah.
I played through probably half of it, and then that PlayStation actually shit the bed along with my save. So I never finished it. I had always like every time I went to go back to it, it was always like, oh, my save, and I don't want to. So, anyways, I had never finished it. So when it came about, the whole beginning of that game, like, I had done already. So, like, even though it was a long time ago when it actually had happened, it was like I remembered enough of it that I like didn't get stuck anywhere, and I was able to kind of cruise through a lot of the like first bit of that game. So yeah. But that being said, that game holds up surprisingly well. Obviously, I played it on PC.
Yeah, I played it on PS3. It's
Yeah,
probably really pretty on PC, or just like super smooth.
you know what? It runs it. I think like Unreal 3 engine from back then. It has some weird, like where it's saying I have high frame rate, but yet the game feels almost like it's chugging in a weird way. It's kind of strange.
Hmm.
But like, yeah, it's super pretty. Everything's maxed. It looks really nice. But it holds up really well. The controls are a little bit strange. Like just if you're used to games now, like there's a few things, but you get used to that super quick. The combat's still awesome. Batman still kind of walks a little bit slow, but I mean he's got the run, so that helps a lot.
He's got the runs.
No, the run. He runs. He can run. The runs. He's got the runs.
That's why he walks so fucking slow. He's just got shit in his pants.
I don't want it to touch my butt.
In his Batman suit.
Yeah. That's so gross. There's a few moments in that game where I'm surprised he didn't shit his pants. Jeez.
That's awesome game. I added
man.
the games to my Epic account because why
Good,
not? And the
good.
Lego games. There's like 6
Yes.
Batman games.
Yeah, totally. All free. Like right now, consider this a PSA. Like
Yeah, so
they're still
the
available.
horrible, terrible Epic Game Store is giving away 6 awesome Batman games.
Yeah. So you get all three of the Rocksteady Batman games right now. So they're available. Just go get them.
But I saw your note that you played it, but I didn't.
Yeah, no, I burned through that sucker, man.
Yeah.
Finished her up last night. I may or may not want to install Origins now. That's the one I haven't played at all.
That's the
Like,
WB one. I hear that
That's
one has
the
a great
Warner-
story.
That's the Warner Brothers Montreal one. That's like,
Yeah. I think
I've heard like it has some issues, but I've heard that the story is really good. So like I kind of want to install it, but I
Barrett and
have
Greg
so much other stuff to
did
play.
did a
They did an
playthrough.
Arkham Asylum. They did an Arkham Asylum run through.
Oh, they did Asylum. Okay, I thought
Yeah.
they did that one. Yeah. Anyway,
So-
meanwhile, I was making sound effects that entire time you were talking. Notice the
Yeah,
Twitch chat.
probably.
I need suggestions for to load up the soundboard. I only had time for 2 sounds.
Oh, jeez.
Cool, nice. I also played Batman, or not Batman. I'm reading the stuff online. Untitled Goose Game. We got it on our Epic Games account, so it was provided to us, I guess, by the dev indirectly through Epic.
Yes, it was supplied. It was
So,
given by Epic.
I
That's fair.
did not pay for it. I did stream it. Had a few people in there checking it out. I think a couple of the
That
guys.
game seems like you're a real asshole goose.
It's kind of funny. It's a puzzle game where you
Right.
play as a
Slash
goose.
stealth game, kind of. It seemed like a little bit too. Like
You got to be stealthy to do some of the objectives. So basically, it's a 3/4 view perspective. You control the
it's
goose.
a really pretty looking game. Like
It's-
I really
it's-
like. It's really
It's got a neat
like,
art
cute.
style.
Yeah.
You use your mouse kind of. It's almost like Diablo-esque, and that you can click to move, or you can hold the mouse to move in a direction. And then
Interesting.
your right mouse click, as a goose, you'll grab stuff.
Okay.
You can raise and lower your neck, because you got to lower your neck to grab stuff that's down low. You got your honk, so you can honk to get attention or
Okay.
to scare people. And
You didn't
you also
load
can
that up
spread
on your
your-
soundboard, did you?
what's that? No, I did. I should have got a goose sound. I really
See?
didn't think this out. I was in such a
No.
rush to get down here.
You did not think this through.
Yeah, you got
Did you
your
play with you're playing it with mouse and keyboard though?
yeah,
not a controller?
yeah. I don't think you can play. I don't know. Maybe you can play with a controller, but I was playing mouse and keyboard. The tutorial
Okay.
like told you to play with mouse and keyboard. I don't know how it would work with a controller. I
I
assume it would work just fine.
thought I thought I heard somebody say that there was controller support,
Yeah,
but maybe
I'm
I'm
sure
wrong.
there is. It's got ultra wide support. Good on
Cool.
them.
Wow. Borderlands, get your fucking shit together.
Yeah, seriously. Um,
Wow.
but yeah, so basically the gist of it is you're moving from one area to another, and each area is like a puzzle. So in the first area, you get like a little note, like a little notepad pops up on the screen. It tells you your objectives, and it's
Right.
this. The first scene is a gardener in his garden, just doing stuff. He's planting vegetables and watering stuff, and it's like get the gardener wet, steal his
Be a
hat,
dick.
steal his keys.
See how much of an asshole you can be.
And then there's like a bigger objective, which is like have a picnic. Like in a different area of the map, there's just a picnic like blanket, and
Okay.
basically it's steal a collection of stuff and put it down there.
Right.
Anyway, as you're playing the game, doing these different objectives, he doesn't really pay you much mind if you're just goosing around. But when you start once you start grabbing stuff, he will like chase you down and like grab it from you or take it from you, and then stealing pumpkins from his pumpkin patch, or you're stealing carrots, because you need this stuff for the picnic, right? That you're setting up as a goose.
Right. And then you're like, I need music, so I got to steal the jukebox.
Yeah, you steal his radio. The radio was a pain in the ass to steal. I had a really hard time stealing it because as soon as you grab
That's where I tuned in and watched you try to steal the radio.
Yeah, for some reason it turns on.
Yeah,
Like,
you grabbed it, and every time you grab it, it would turn on.
But you're grabbing it by the handle. Like, why does it turn on? I don't know. So I grab it. I'm trying to run. He's chasing me. I'm dropping it. So I had to create a distraction with some vegetables, and then eventually I got it. And at some point, after you've stolen enough stuff or annoyed him enough, he goes and sets up like a no goose sign in his little area. And one of the objectives is like make the farmer hit his thumb with a hammer. So basically, you just gotta like hide in the bush, and as he swings the hammer, you like honk. And then,
all right,
and then he like nails his thumb, and then he's like cursing, and he falls over, and he knocks the gate open, and then you're in the next area.
Oh, I see.
And then the next area had me like chasing some little kid into a phone booth, or like tying his shoelaces I'm tying his shoelaces as a goose, or untying them. Sorry,
untying them,
and then he trips, and then his glasses fall off, and then you're supposed to steal his glasses, and then you're
a dick,
and then you swap his glasses.
Just minding his own business, and you're all like, no. Not today, you son of a bitch.
Terrorizing
Those
this
glasses are mine.
Terrorizing this poor kid.
Wow.
I'd run from a fucking goose if it was like wings out honking.
When I was a kid, my sister, like we were down, I don't remember where we were, but we were down in some park somewhere, feeding the ducks, whatever. And she got too close to like this geese's nest or something. And all of a sudden, man, like two great big goose come out of nowhere.
They are fucking huge.
And they're grabbing her on the butt, and like they're and like they're grabbing their leg. They're just like they're mean, man. She was running and screaming, and I was
scary
laughing.
if you see like close up pictures of them.
So
it's like
they got like little sharp things on the edge of their bill. Like
it's gross.
They can leave a mark.
They're ugly. But
so that's funny.
So I was terrorizing kids, locking shopkeepers in their garages, stealing stuff from the store.
Things you do as a goose.
Yeah, it just escalates, like more and more stuff, and then it gets more complicated, the stuff you have to do, and a little more difficult. And also trying to figure out like the kind of Rube Goldberg type machine that you got to set up to get all the stuff.
If I do this, then that's going to cause this, which then he's going to do that, which allows me to get in there and do this, and like So that's cool.
There's a lot of. I'm
gonna have to check that out. It sounds fun.
Yeah, it was kind of neat. I enjoyed it. I think it's like 25. I want to say it's $25. Could be a little bit more than that. Apparently, it's very short, so I don't know if you're looking for something different and you like puzzle games. I could say maybe it's something you would enjoy.
Right.
I think it might be a little expensive for the length.
Right.
Apparently,
Is
like,
there like much in the way of replayability, you think? Or
I think there's different objectives after you beat it. I haven't beat it. I'm in the third area. I don't know how many areas there are because apparently a speedrunner has beaten the game in 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Yeah, I know. Isn't that like crazy?
Do you just like
I don't know how
flip to
you
the
do
end?
that. I
Like,
can't even grab the radio in under 3 minutes.
no, you couldn't. I watched that.
Clearly, he must have rushed the. He must have rushed the objectives. I guess if you just know the objective to get from one puzzle to the next, you could, if you're good at it.
Yeah, maybe. It just seems awfully quick, though.
Yeah.
I'd have to watch that. I'm curious to watch that speed run now.
Yeah, I saw it in the news
Jeez,
somewhere.
3 minutes. That's wild. That is
See,
so wild.
I think if you went to their website, it would say how much their game costs.
Don't be ridiculous. You got to go to the Epic Game Store for that.
Yeah. Okay.
Where it's
well,
being
it's not as
sold.
expensive as I thought.
Okay.
It's right now it's $15. It's on sale, so $20 American. So I guess about 25
Okay.
Canadian or $20
Right.
Canadian right now. So okay, you know what? That's not bad. So I guess it's on sale right now. I just on the Epic Game Store, it's like minus $5 for whatever reason.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'll
For
put a link
goosing
in our
around.
show notes. Yeah, it was fun. I'll probably stream it
Nice.
some more. The
it's-
only problem I think it gets more difficult, so I'm gonna look really fucking dumb playing the next couple puzzles.
I mean, it's no genital jousting, but, you know,
No,
you want to get kicked off Twitch. Do I have the game for you?
could you get kicked off Twitch for playing that?
I don't know, man, but that game's pretty inappropriate.
Hmm.
I'll play it on Mixer sometime. You'll see.
I also played briefly earlier this evening. Mario Kart Mobile's out on iOS and Android now.
I saw that. I downloaded it. I have not had a chance to actually play it yet.
Yeah, it's
How is it?
it's bad.
That's
It's bad.
those were kind of what I figured it would be.
Like it looks pretty,
Okay.
but it controls terribly. Like,
Does it have? Do you know if it has like keep like gamepad support at all, or is
I
it
don't-
just the
I
touch?
don't think so.
Like,
I think
does
it's
how
designed
does it
just-
control? Is it the two on-stick joystick?
No,
like on-screen
it's
joysticks.
one finger.
Okay, so
left
you
and-
just go back and forth.
left and right, and
Do you double tap to like do the skids?
you,
or, like
no, you just go left and right.
Really?
Yeah, it's real fucking weird.
Hmm.
I'm on the drifting control, so maybe it's the control scheme that I'm on. But it's like when you move your finger to the right, it doesn't just turn right as you would expect it to. It just instantly goes into the slide. You know, like the Mario Kart
okay,
slide.
So that to me sounds like drifting controls.
Yeah,
But,
it just
like,
goes. Yeah,
But don't
it's
you want to kind of always be drifting?
not
'Cause,
when you
like-
want to do a slight adjustment on a straightaway.
But don't you want to be drifting back and forth down the
Yeah,
street?
you want to drift in the turns. You don't want to, like, you're getting bumped by the guys and you're trying to turn to avoid them, and you just go into drift, which puts you into the bumpers. Like it's bad. I guess
Interesting.
I could try the other control method, but it's just like
Sounds like you should.
I don't know, man. Everyone else on the internet, on Twitter, I saw that's played it is like complaining about
Having
it as
similar
well.
issues.
Like it, like
I'll have to check it out. Like I said, I did download it. I just haven't had a chance to launch it, and I don't want
like
to.
I've gotten first in the 2 races I've played, but I don't know.
Is it
how.
only online, or is it like are you always playing multiplayer against other real individuals, or is there like an
I think
offline
it's like
mode?
fake
Or...
multiplayer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's against bots, but
I don't know because it had like usernames and like I guess I was playing with I don't know if they were just like ghosts or whatnot, but like I had people's names with like Japanese characters, I assume, and then
Right.
like random like usernames. So I don't know if it's multiplayer because if it was multiplayer, they were really bad. Yeah, see, you've
okay.
got I had it on manual drift. And then
what are the other control schemes?
Yeah, there's a gyro handling, steer your cart by
Oh
tilting.
yes, steer your phone and
Yeah,
Those are always the best.
I don't know, man. It was just didn't seem good. Like,
So is this a DNA game, or was this one of their other partner studios that made this one? Do you know?
I don't know. I assume it was a DNA one. I think they're all DNA. I'd have to check in the Google store, I guess. But I wasn't impressed. I thought it was just gonna be real easy to control and play, and then it just turned out to be like, eh.
Hmm.
So it just shows Nintendo Co. There's no about
Has
screen.
not cracked the mobile game code yet. I feel like more or less every one of their mobile games has kind of been a disappointment in some way or another.
Yeah, Nintendo is just, I don't know. Maybe the other control method's better. I'll tell you in 2 seconds. How's that sound? Because I'm not totally just playing it right now. Here.
That's funny.
This is investigative reporting live.
All right.
For you guys. The race is about to start.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, not quite. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, that's a little better. Okay, that drift mode's just bad.
Okay.
But it suggested I use that mode. Okay, uh-huh. This has like an arrow on the screen. And it
If you
kind of
hit
shows...
the arrow, what does it do?
It just kind of shows what direction you're steering in on the screen.
Interesting.
But I guess
okay.
I guess you can't... I don't know how you drift.
So then, like, as you change your finger, does the arrow shift? Like,
yeah, the arrow's like moving back and forth, and I'm just doing like straight up one-handed control. But I don't see how you can drift. Whereas the other mode had me in the drift the whole time. Oh well, maybe I jumped the gun with how bad the controls are. The gyro control seems kind of whack. But this does seem more playable. But I'm not getting the little turbo boosts. So anyway,
see, like I said, you always be drifting.
Anyway, not
Always
a good
be
first
drifting.
impression. I'm just gonna say.
Because Nintendo.
Yeah, seriously. I guess with that being said, Dane,
That's what we have been playing.
and I've been playing Borderlands 3 too, but not much.
Anything new to report on that at all?
I'm level
You think?
20 or 21.
Okay.
Still streaming it lots. I'm still enjoying it.
Still on the one, like...
Yeah, I only had the one character. I haven't made another one. Mose is still wrecking shop with the Iron Bear. Her little
Are you still on the first planet thing, or
No, I think we're like 4 planets in now. I was streaming with Frosk in the chat. I don't know if he's watching the show, but I saw him post in the chat earlier. That's a friend of mine and Teacup, so we were getting some more co-op, which is fun. I'm enjoying the co-op. I'm enjoying the game. I'm running it at a lower resolution because I'm streaming it, and I found just like playing it at 1080 while streaming just seems to be the sweet spot.
Oh, really?
It runs really well, and it streams really well.
That's good.
And I can play it ultra wide, and it plays perfectly fine, but I can't stream when I'm playing at the higher resolutions.
Yeah.
So all this stuff is making me want to get a new video card.
That's probably not a video card problem. That might be a CPU problem.
I don't think Borderlands is CPU though.
Oh, how are you? We can take this offline. I was gonna say, how are you? Are you you're encoding your video? Is that on? Are you using the GPU
The video
or CPU?
card, yeah. I know it doesn't have as good as the newer gen.
Yeah, no, because I use I use my CPU, so it's a little bit like if you have the additional cores like I do, then it.
Well, I guess I should try that
great,
because I got an i7 and then it's a 4-core. It's a
with hyper-threading.
Yeah, so I should try that.
Give it a whirl. You never know. You might
make a big difference. Yeah,
it might.
Because I don't think the game hits the CPU barely at all. I think it's all GPU
So-
intensive.
You probably wouldn't want to do something like that with Control because that tends to hit the CPU quite a bit when it gets into all the like physics and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I
for
got some
Borderlands,
cool,
it
I
might
got
be
some
fine.
cool legendaries. I'm still liking the game.
Yeah.
Was hoping I'd beat it before next week because next week's gonna be bad. But ay.
But you got caught up in the Zelda, man.
Yeah,
Caught up
that
in
game's so
Zelda.
rad. So
And I
yeah.
mean, and you
Anyway,
still got to finish Control, and you still got to
no, I
finish
know.
Gears of
Well, I'm like in
War.
the
Like,
third act
you know,
or fourth act of Gears, so I could probably wrap up Gears in a session or two. Probably should just do
yeah,
that.
there you go.
That game's buggy too. The multiplayer shit's buggy. I had a couple
I haven't
buggy
played it in the
instances from
multiplayer
playing
yet, so
co-op. Well, I played co-op with Teacup, with Toe
great.
Cup, with Digger
With Toe
Titty,
Cup.
with Digger Titty Cup, and Cly Guy,
All right, all right.
and at different times. I didn't play with them together. And each time
Oh,
I played co-op, it had like some kind of glitch. It was always related to
oh, really?
stupid Jack too. One glitch was
I've heard the adding the third person as Jack can make it kind of
well, I
buggy.
never had a third person. Um, it's just like it glitched opening a safe, which had like a perk. So I'm never getting that unless I reload.
Right, I remember. Yeah, you talked about that.
And then when I
That
was playing
sucks.
with Teacup, it glitched out where stupid Jack didn't want to go in the effing tunnel to go open a door for the
Oh,
mission
did
we
you
were
have to
on.
start it over again, or did you finally
Well,
manage to
he
get him to do it?
quit.
Or
He eventually quit because it was after we had been playing for a bit, and it was his time for him to go.
mm-hmm.
And he just managed to quit. And then like a couple minutes later, it finally was like, "Oh yeah, that's right. I'm supposed to go over here because I'm stupid." But it was definitely
Right.
stuck, and it didn't fix until he quit.
That's weird.
Yeah, it seems to be all like co-op, like multiplayer bugs in that one.
Right.
So I don't know if they've had any patches, but moving along.
Yeah.
Let's get into the news and stuff. The news. Borderlands 3 is the fastest selling game in 2K's history.
Wow, that's
So
that doesn't bode well for me in hopes that they're gonna make Borderlands good after this. That's for sure.
it's good. It's a little different, and it's just
No,
more
it's
the same.
it's exactly the same. It's not different at all. That's the problem.
There is some innovation and
Yeah, I
stuff.
know,
The
I know.
mantling, the movement's better. The guns, the damaging enemies, and the physics and that stuff is better. The inventory is terrible. The quest system's terrible. Actually, if you watch one of my past streams or like even yesterday's stream, like
Yeah.
my inventory was glitching all the hell up.
Ugh.
Like it was like super slow, or it was like at points it wouldn't even let me change my weapons, or I would be like selling weapons and then it would like glitch out, like my inventory as items moved from one slot to another, their picture would still be in the spot it was in before. Just really weird shit. It's
Interesting.
like, yeah. Either way, yeah. Borderlands 3. This story comes from that fake person Imogen Beck Helling from Eurogamer. Borderlands 3 has managed to
Borderlands
sell over
3.
5 million copies in its first 5 days, doubling the amount Borderlands 2 sold in its first week of release, and making it the fastest selling 2K game 2K has ever made. Yeah.
The Borderlands franchise has now generated over $1 billion in sales, becoming only the second 2K franchise to do so. That's pretty wild.
And it's become 2K's highest selling title on PC in a 5-day
Yeah.
window, which is of note given the PC version is an Epic Games Store timed exclusive, which everybody on Steam complained and bitched and whined and moaned, and I don't blame them. Like, you know, there's a lot of features Epic Games Store doesn't have. We're not going to give them a total pass. They need to get their shit together. Obviously, there was like save issues and cloud issues, so that sucks. Thanks, Epic. I luckily didn't experience any of that. That would have been really annoying. But yeah, like
It's a game
clearly
launch.
nobody boycotted the game like they said they were going to, because how the fuck else did it beat records if those guys who said they weren't going to buy it didn't buy it? Oh, that's
I
right, because
think-
there's like 100 of them.
I think that this was a situation where there's a small amount of people complaining very loudly, and most people could give a shit.
Yeah.
And that's the reality of it. And I think that this just goes to show, like, for the most part, people could care less. Like, if your game is on the Epic Game Store, hey, guess what? The Epic Game Store's free.
If people
I'll
want to
just
play your
download it.
game, they're going to go where
And-
your game is.
Exactly.
It's
Especially if it's a big enough game, right? And I think that there's been a few games now that have come out on the Epic Game Store. So now there's even more people that have the launcher installed. Plus they got that Fortnite, so there's that. But yeah, I think like, yeah, uh, this is great for them.
Yeah,
And
good on
also, I think
them.
it's funny because, like, in 6 months or whatever, when it comes out on Steam, then all those people that didn't want to buy it on the Epic Games Store, they can buy it again or they can buy it on Steam, and it'll be there,
Yeah,
and everybody wins.
it's
Like, you know,
yeah, it's kind of Gearbox has got to feel real great because it's kind of a little bit like a na 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 boo boo. We told you like
well, I
moment
mean,
for
I
them
think
because all
like,
the flack they took for the exclusivity, right?
well, I think it's a little bit hard because like you've got a very vocal minority complaining and bitching and, oh man, Borderlands, I'm not gonna buy it, blah blah blah. So I think like going into that, you kind of have to be worried about it. You're looking at it going like, man, there's all these people saying they're not gonna buy it because it's an Epic Games Store exclusive. Like, I hope that this isn't gonna hurt us. So then when it comes out and it's a huge success and nobody seems to give a shit that it's an Epic Games Store exclusive, like,
Well, people still give a shit, but
sure,
the buying
but
public doesn't give a shit.
that's what I mean. The,
Yeah,
the people that are actually buying your game, great. I had to go to Epic Games Store instead of Walmart or instead of Best Buy or instead of Steam. Like, it's the same. It's the same shit, different pile. Um, I don't know. That's cool. Yeah.
speaking of Borderlands, they kind of unveiled their Blood Harvest Halloween event that's going to be happening.
Okay. So doing like a little
Yeah,
Halloween
the
thing.
story also from Eurogamer, but by Matt Wells. I did not catch the stream. I believe this was on the Borderlands show with our kind of funny friends. I
Oh
think.
right, yeah, I forgot that they were doing that.
So yeah, I honestly, unfortunately, didn't have a chance to check this out, but we'll have links in the show if you want to see the new content in the event that's coming for Halloween.
Looks like there's gonna be like a new boss, some like
Well, I guess it's not
new
necessarily
Halloween
Halloween
themed
per se,
armor
but
and stuff like that.
no exact date has been set for Blood Harvest at the
Yeah.
present, but it likely won't be long before more is revealed.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, they show some new
Interesting.
outfits. It looks very Halloween-y themed. Halloween, Halloween, do 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 do. Anyway, bad kid song my daughter listens to.
Oh, okay, I was like, am I supposed to know this one?
No,
'Cause I do
someone out
not
there
know this one.
might recognize
If they
that
also
little jingle.
have little beasties.
Yeah,
Fair
we'll just
enough.
keep it at that.
All right.
This next story, also from Eurogamer, a new Batman game from Arkham Origins developer teased. Now this kind of set the internet on fire on was it Monday or Tuesday? Might have been Tuesday, yesterday.
Yeah, I feel like this was updated. It was interesting because this was a bit of a, well, it's a little bit more than a rumor. This come from Emma Kent over at Eurogamer?
I did not
Uh,
say, but thank you for
oh, no
mentioning
problem.
that.
I mean, new Batman game from Arkham Origins. So the Warner Brothers Montreal team teased a Capture the Night. It's like a super short sort of Twitter video. It's just essentially like a variety of logos like changing in a box, and that's pretty much the gist of it. It's really just the logos. But the thing is like one of the logos at least is from the Court of Owls, which is I mean, straight up, if you haven't read any Batman recently,
Apparently that's like the dope shit
pick
right
up
now.
pick up the Court of Owls because it's fucking rad.
Oh,
Um, that's part of
also,
Batman Hush, Batman Hush and Batman Hush 2.
yeah,
They kind of bundled them all together in Batman the Court of Owls saga, and I mean, straight up, you should read that because that's a fucking rad comic. Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo did that one. That's got to be one of my favorite writer
what's Greg's name
artists.
familiar? What's he from?
Greg Capullo did he did Spawn for years.
Okay, the name just really rang a bell when you
He's
said
one
it.
of my favorite artists. He's awesome.
Yes.
Um,
The other thing is their account hasn't tweeted in like 3 years.
Yeah, they hadn't said anything in a long time. It was all super interesting because, like I said, it was like they had a Court of Owls like logo, and apparently last year, a Warner Brothers Montreal producer tweeted a photo of a T-shirt
Redacted.
that had that had the Court of Owls logo on it, and then the writer Scott Schneider recently wrote in a. He has since deleted the tweet. Wait for it. Hashtag beware the Court of Owls.
Whoops.
And I think in that tweet, you know, like obviously he's since deleted that tweet. So then, of course, everybody was like, "Oh man, are they
my
going
God.
to announce anything?" Like a lot of speculation where that something was gonna get announced during the PlayStation. And straight up, as of right now, nothing. We haven't heard anything. So I don't know. Here's hoping it's not a Switch exclusive,
Yeah, I doubt that.
because that would make me cry.
But yeah, definitely the rumor mill is a churning.
Yep.
WB Montreal tweeting some cryptic message or logos. Something's going
Definitely.
on.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna get some news soon.
I think that would be a killer story to get into in a game. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
people seem to be
If
really excited if that's what it is.
Oh, dude, that is up there with like the Dark Knight Returns saga style of like this is rad, and they introduced a lot of stuff, and it was really really cool. Because like the Court of Owls was like this super shadowy organization that has essentially been running Gotham behind the scenes kind of a thing, like.
Oh, like
And
the
then
Illuminati.
Batman, yeah, but like
Luli
Batman didn't
lali
even
lo.
like know about them type of a thing, like, which is crazy. Like it's really rad. So
Nice.
like I said, check out those comics because they're killer.
This next story, Red Dead Redemption 2 rating suggests PC announcement soon. In no surprise to anyone on the freaking planet, everyone's already suspected this. It was going to probably take up to a year, and then
I don't
come
know
out
why
for
they
PC.
didn't just announce it and say like, "Hey,
And
we're gonna release a PC version just
also,
later."
with the timing of a Rockstar Games launcher, which I believe we just talked about just last week.
We did.
Hey, if you want to get that free copy of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, going.
I'm gonna put my speculation hat on for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be interesting if they launched a Red Dead Redemption 2 PC version alongside a remaster for the upcoming consoles next year? Think about
Oh, you
that
mean
for a
like a
second.
remaster for like PS5,
Yeah,
Xbox,
because they
whatever?
did that with the last Grand Theft Auto game, right? They launched it right at the end of the PlayStation cycle, and then boom, it got re-released.
Yeah, it just got
on the PS4.
re-released. Yeah,
Right, on the PS4
yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
the first person mode and so on and so forth when it got launched on PC.
Yeah, better running. Not a remaster, but like just
No,
obviously
you
a
know what I mean. I
better
just mean
version
like
because it's better hardware.
right, because it
That kind of makes
essentially got
sense.
the PC version, right?
But that's another year from now still.
Yeah, that
I
would.
feel like
I mean, I
this is
feel
I
like
feel
that
like
would
this
line
is a
up.
lot sooner because Red Dead
Maybe.
came out last October, right? And I totally beat Red Dead 2. It's not on
No,
my
you
pile
did
of shame.
not. No, you did not.
No.
You fell off it like I said you would.
Yeah, I got on that horse and fell off.
Yeah, because you got tired of trying to stay on that damn
No,
horse.
I didn't. That game is fucking amazing. I got to chapter 4, I believe.
Yeah,
And then I went and rebought it on Xbox because I wanted the prettier version.
you're an idiot.
So maybe I'll probably get the PC version too.
And not
Red-
finish any of them?
Red Dead Redemption 3 copies.
Great.
I did buy my Xbox copy used for really cheap, so
That's fair.
Rockstar needs my money, right? Like
Yeah, clearly.
they're hurting. Like they don't release games very often. They need that money.
Yeah. Classification page doesn't detail any particular platforms. It's dated as of the 20th of August. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So
And
we'll
this
see. Obviously, nothing as of yet to actually announce, but It wouldn't surprise me if this is true.
And that was from Eurogamer by Emojin again.
Beckling.
Hey, remember Apple Arcade that launched last week that neither of us have played? Oh, I don't know. Maybe you did.
No.
I would have played it if it was on Mac OS, but that's not happening until I think next week.
Yeah, you got to get the new version of.
Is
Is that when Catalina comes out?
Yeah, I think they said the 30th or whatever.
Yeah.
So when it comes out on Mac, I'll play some of the games because there's some stuff I'm excited to try there, especially for the price. The price is nice. So to compete with Apple Arcade, Google launched this totally not half-baked, out of
No,
nowhere thing called Play Pass.
Google Play Pass.
Game and app subscription for Android this week. US
That's
only.
the one thing I will say is kind of interesting is that this actually includes apps, not just games, which is kind of cool. Like, so there's actually some apps in there that would be, that could be useful if you're interested in paying for those, like for those versions of the apps or whatever. They're saying over 350 titles, $5 a month, $5 a month, same as Apple's. Yeah.
Ad free,
So, like,
in-app purchase free.
Yep.
While
Hey man, Stardew Valley's in there, Terraria, Monument Valley, Limbo, 80 Days, Sorcery, Pocket City, Mini Metro. Those are just a little taste of the games that are in there, which is pretty cool. It is not available in Canada. That is US only as of right now. No word on if or when that will come to Canada as well. So
it's less exciting in that it's all existing stuff. Who knows if maybe this will get better in time, but clearly this is Google. Hey, we got something too?
Yeah, this was definitely interesting because, like, why wouldn't you just save this for your big, like, Google has a thing coming out in October in like 2 weeks.
Do they?
Oh, they're going to announce their new phones and shit.
They're
Like,
gonna have an event for the Pixel 4.
Yeah, why wouldn't you save this for that? Like, that would have seemed a lot smarter.
Yeah, this seems more cobbled together. Well, yeah, we got a subscription service too.
Totally.
Apple Arcade, man. Like, screw you guys. We can do it too.
Yeah, I feel like it would have seemed more cohesive if they would have talked about everything with the launch of, like, new hardware and stuff. Like, and also we have this, and everybody would have went, oh, and it wouldn't have seemed like a knee jerk to, like, Apple doing theirs and then them being like the next day, hey, we got something too. Here you go.
I'm sure we will see more.
I'm sure it's gonna be in there. It's just kind of a strange.
Yeah, they don't have the same kind of, like, controller type support thing going on with this though as well.
Not that I'm aware of. Like, I mean, controller support with Android is, well, I mean, it's all over the place, right?
Yeah, because, like, you can't control it. You can't pair a PS4 controller. Unless
sure you can. You can pair Bluetooth controllers to your phone.
PS4 ones won't pair with an Android one unless you have a Sony one. They won't pair unless, for some reason, unless they're rooted.
Oh, that might be because you need a Sony one.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid. I don't know if an Xbox one will even pair with an Android phone. Unless they've changed support in the newest OS. I know I couldn't do it before.
I thought for some reason, like, the new like Bluetooth controllers just worked, but
yeah,
maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because I paired my PlayStation 4 controller to my Android TV, and that worked fine.
Yeah, maybe it's different. I don't know. Maybe they changed something in an OS.
Yeah.
You couldn't do it before. I've tried. Because I was trying to pair a controller so I could play PUBG with a controller on mobile.
I'm sure the people listening will let us know that we're wrong.
Yeah, it's not like there's anything I really want to play with a controller on frickin' mobile anyway. So maybe that Mario Kart game. Jesus.
That's one that probably wouldn't have controller support anyways.
And that story came from Matt Wales at Eurogamer. Man, I really didn't go far from my stories this week now, did I?
No, good job. Over at PlayStation blog, Neil Pabin dropped the upcoming, this is kind of funny, the Final Fantasy VII Remake box art. which is the Final Fantasy VII original box art,
Well, sort of.
just updated with the new character models and stuff, which is kind of funny.
But not.
Um,
This game's not exclusive to PlayStation. It's coming out on Xbox and PC, right?
yeah.
Yeah. This story just happens to come from the PlayStation blog. Yeah, it looks cool. It looks like the old school, my old copy of Final
Actually,
Fantasy
wait.
VII.
I don't know that that's true or not. Now you got me questioning that. I don't actually know if it is. It might be coming out on Xbox One. I don't know that it's also coming out on PC.
Maybe it's not PC.
Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now I'm super curious.
Oh, what? The wiki says PlayStation 4.
Wiki
I
says
thought it was coming to
PS4
Xbox
only.
as well.
Yeah, I was just gonna say because I could have swore that Sony is like somehow involved in
Oh, yeah,
this.
you're right.
Like,
This was an announcement at
yeah, like the
this.
PlayStation
It
4.
was a PlayStation Experience thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, why did I think it was coming to Xbox? I swear I heard it was coming to Xbox. Maybe I'm on crack. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, there he is. He's back. Discord just had a little.
Yeah, I don't know
shit
what
the
happened
bed
there.
moment. Like I said, Discord shit the bed for a second there.
I guess
But
I
yeah,
was wrong. I guess it's just PlayStation 4. Why did I think it was coming to Xbox?
because everything normally comes out on everything, and yeah. But like I said, I don't know. At least as of right now, I've not seen anything that says this is coming out on Xbox.
Yeah, that was a big faux pas on my part.
So
For some
there you
reason,
go.
I swear I thought it was coming out.
Yeah,
Yeah, box art
platform,
looks cool.
PS4.
This next story,
Oh,
also
is
from
something
Eurogamer.
else. Also
Welcome,
from Matt Wales.
welcome to the Eurogamer podcast.
Aren't we in North America?
Yes, we are.
Oh,
But the story
we
is,
like to get our
is
news
very
from here.
European.
this is true.
The
Go to the
French-
source.
French court rules Steam users have right to resell their games. But clearly Valve plans to appeal. A court in France has ruled that Steam users have the right to resell their games following a case brought against the digital storefront giant by consumer group UFC Choisir in 2017. I don't know how to read that. That was my
I have no idea.
best attempt. Consumer group brought the case to the District Court of Paris in order to contest the legality of certain clauses within Steam's subscriber agreement under European law. Of primary concern was UFC blah blah blah's belief that digital games should, like their physical counterparts, be eligible for resale.
This is very interesting,
Mm-hmm.
especially because ultimately judges agreed with the organization using a 2012 European court ruling, which said that a transaction for digital goods still implies the transfer of the right of ownership as the basis of its decision, saying that Valve can no longer oppose the resale of this copy, even if the initial purchase is made by downloading. Valve's terms attempted to frame a sale as a subscription to a product, but the court ruled that users were in fact purchasing licenses, enabling European law to come into play. Apparently, also as part of this, there was a few other clauses that were made in favor of them, with the court proclaiming that 14 clauses altogether in Valve's Steam subscriber agreement could not be enforced. For instance, judges said Valve cannot legally keep the contents of Steam wallet funds when a user leaves the platform, and users should be reimbursed when requested. Additionally, it said that Valve should accept responsibility when software used on its platform harms a user, even if it's in beta, should reduce its claim on mods and user-created content, and must be clear about the ways players can lose access to their Steam library for poor conduct. So, in other words, they need to explain exactly kind of like what you can and can't do in order to get your ass booted off the platform.
Yeah, this is really interesting. If
yeah.
they lose this appeal, I'm gonna call it right now. Steam's gonna pull out of France.
This is the thing though, is this is a lot more wide reaching than France. That'll like
Because I guess this is just
so a lot of people
Europe,
because
Euro.
this is the thing is that like if this goes through in France, then it's going to put in for other countries
In
to be able
Europe.
to go to the EU, and they're going to be able to fight it in the EU court, which then allows Valve, essentially they would be screwed in everywhere in Europe. So chances are, if it passes in France, that's going to open the door for them for everybody in Europe. Period.
Yeah, this
Um,
is going to be something to keep an eye on.
oh
It's
yeah.
very interesting. I would
If Valve
love to sell
refuses to
old
abide,
trashy games I have in my Steam store. The problem is though, this is going to hurt small devs.
this is
This is going to hurt
the
everyone.
system isn't made for this. Is the
No,
thing,
it's
right?
not
Like,
because a used copy of a digital game is the same as a new copy.
there you go.
So what's the value of a used copy, and why would anyone
Well-
ever buy a new copy ever again?
Well, then one could also argue, why would the price on a used copy be any different than a new copy?
Yeah, so like, would Steam
Right, 'cause
buy the
it's just
games
a download
back
code,
at full value, or
So apparently, if Valve
It's-
refuses to abide by the ruling, within a month, it will have to pay a fine of 3,000 euros per day for up to 6 months. Which, like, honestly, whoop de fucking do. Of course, Valve has come out and said that we are going to be appealing this.
of course,
And until the appeal goes through and so on and so forth, this is not going to have an effect on Steam.
it's just crazy.
While
Like the
case is being
implications of
appealed,
this are
so.
just kind of mind-boggling. Because there's so
Yep.
many facets to this. Like, okay,
Oh, yeah.
we're pulling out of Europe because this is just way too hard.
I don't.
but, like-
Can they? Like, that's
yeah.
like, the
Like,
other
and
one
how
that I
could
find
you do,
interesting.
Can you do that when all these people have your games that, now the court's saying, well, they own it. You don't. You're not.
Here's the other thing, though, that, like, you got to remember too is Valve should accept responsibility when software used on its platform harms a user, even if it's in beta. So what happens if I'm
Early access?
downloading a game in early access, and then that game deletes some system folder, and I have to reformat my computer? Now I can go back to Valve and be like, hey, fuckers, you got to reimburse me for time, and I had this on my hard drive, and so on and so forth. Like,
I had to
that's
pay a
the
data
other part of
recovery
this
company
that's
to
like-
get my photos back because you guys fucked my hard drive.
right, like this is a whole other aspect of this that I think
Bye bye
people-
early access.
Well, and not just early access though. There's been other times when, like, a game has, like, a game dev or whatever has fucked up, or a game has launched and done bad shit to people's systems, and of course they rush out a patch to try and fix it, and so on and so forth. But, like, that's pretty far reaching. Like, there's a lot of pieces to this puzzle that if their appeal loses, will be very interesting to see how they try to get around it.
Yeah.
And still manage to sort of stay.
It's crazy because, like, just think about it. Okay, I don't play my copy of Stardew Valley on Steam anymore. I got on Switch.
Sure.
Like, my
So what do you do?
used,
Put it up
my
for sale?
used
Like, does it-
digital copy, which is identical to a new copy.
Right.
Do I just sell it on the marketplace for whatever price I want? But then if I'm doing that, obviously the market's going to dictate the value on what people are willing to pay. But
Right.
why would anyone ever buy a new copy again if there was versions on the marketplace? Because it's the same copy. It's the same game.
Yep. Yeah.
So now
The other-
but the dev doesn't get the money from the copy in the marketplace. This is my copy of the game that I had already bought and paid for.
Yeah.
So like, oh great, I never sell a new copy of my game again. At least
It's-
when a game exists in the market for a while now, right?
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah. No, it's
when a game's a new
very
release, obviously it's a different story. But after it's been on market for a while, like, used copies could recirculate over and over and over again. Steam could never owe, like, revenue to a dev again because, there's used marketplace just keeps recycling games and games over again, where maybe Valve takes, like, some ridiculous chunk from you selling it used.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
don't-
crazy. It's crazy. I think it would be awesome, but I think it would be very damaging.
I also think you also have to take into consideration the ramifications of this for things like money laundering. What's not to, you take all your money, you put it into Steam, and then you resell all your games. You stolen money, buy games, sell them on Steam, and then they're saying right in here, one of the other things is that you should be able to get your money out of your Steam wallet.
If you close
Like,
your account, they have to reimburse you.
right. So suddenly now, like, how do you stop that from happening? Like, we already know that shit happens with like anywhere that it can happen. And we've already seen it with like weird bullshit on Steam where people like buy hats and buy guns and like, you know what I mean? Now if this is a thing, like how do they stop that from happening? Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like there's all these questions that
it's
suddenly
insane.
become like, how do you
My
stop this?
brain like breaks just thinking about it. Like the positives for the consumer, absolutely, I love it. But I honestly think there's a lot of bad that'll come about it because of it.
Oh yeah.
But at the same
No,
time, I
it's,
should be able to sell my used shit. I guess maybe it just puts Steam on the hook where Valve has to buy it to you off of you for a certain amount. And that's just the cost of them doing business. So there technically is no used games for sale on the marketplace, but they have to reimburse you some.
You just got to think though,
like
if this changes, if this goes through and Valve is dealing with this, you can be damn sure that
it's got to come to everyone
Origin
else.
is going to happen. Like Origin's going to have the same problem.
Yeah, Steam's just the biggest.
Epic Game Store is going to have the same problem. Like essentially everybody, this is going to affect everyone.
Your Nintendo eShop,
right?
Your Xbox.
That's Microsoft, Sony. This is the thing. Like suddenly the way that all of these companies essentially do business is gonna has the potential to change.
Oh boy, maybe GameStop's gonna come back. Digital's gonna go away. No more digital games.
No, what are you talking about? GameStop's gonna come back. They're just gonna be reselling all of their old game. We'll sell you a copy. You sell it back to us. We'll sell it to somebody else. This is like GameStop's like wet dream, dude. They're just like, we're just gonna be the used digital game middleman. We will buy all of your used games. We'll sell your used games. This is just like somebody at GameSpot is just like, oh.
That's the thing. Theoretically, any software, like whether it be like a used game at GameStop and a new game, there's no minus the physical disc being damaged. There's no difference of new. It's just a mentality thing. You want the game new in the sealed plastic so it smells cool, right?
Well, that way it's not gonna like get 3/4 of the way through and then have like some little nick on the disc somewhere that's gonna like be game breaking for you or something.
In the chat, Clyde guy's like, it'll just be all free games loaded with microtransactions. There's a solution.
Oh,
this is just a nightmare all around. All the different potentials.
Oh. Yeah, that sounds
that
like
that,
my
des-
nightmare
that deserves
right there.
this.
That is the dark future that we may. Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, Dane doesn't get the sound effects.
No, neither do the people in the audio podcast. So
yeah. Oh, they don't, do they?
No, they don't.
Boo. Oh well, that's for the live listeners.
There you go. Little tasty taste.
This is really cool. I guess Oculus had an event today.
What the fuck? Is everybody having an event yesterday or today?
Yeah. I think Oculus had.
Didn't Amazon have an event, or is there Amazon event tomorrow?
Amazon?
I thought Amazon had an event too.
No, just
I don't know.
There's TwitchCon this weekend.
Maybe Amazon event is tomorrow. I thought Amazon had an event today.
I didn't know.
Anyways,
Amazon
continue. Sorry.
I don't know if Oculus had an event. This is from Matt Wales at Eurogamer again. Man,
Okay.
I really got to spread the wealth here. Eurogamer's a really good website. I can't help it. It also comes up first in my feed, so.
Totally. Amazon had an Alexa event today.
What is with like shit about Alexa?
Week? Anyways, continue. Sorry.
Alexa, buy toilet paper. Alexa, burn down the house.
They announced a whole lot of new Alexas. Let me tell you.
Echo
Studio.
Facebook
Echo
unveiled the Oculus Link today, which is a new cable software combo enabling the Quest to allow owners to play the full library of Rift games on their PC. So it gives you the beauty of the wireless Oculus Quest headset to be used as a regular Rift. That's freaking awesome.
That is actually really cool.
Why would you buy a Rift S?
Well, because the quality is still higher, right?
Apparently the Quest has this like as high resolution screens
Not as the higher one.
as the S.
Yeah,
It's
no.
better than the original Rift, though, isn't it?
Yes.
But then you get the ability to play games untethered. That's
You're not.
still
That's the thing, though. You're not untethered.
no, you're
You're
not. But it's still a Quest, and the Quest plays Quest games.
Yes. So you're able to play the Quest separately
Yeah,
still, but
but
then you can plug it into your PC and use it like a
and
full
use it
Rift
as a popular.
as a
Rift.
PC.
That's
Yeah.
cool. That's a pretty awesome value add.
I just don't want anybody to think that this is something wirelessly that
No,
allows
no,
you to
no,
use your Quest
no,
with
no.
your PC wirelessly.
It's the
It
Oculus
it
Link.
is like a USB-C to USB-C cable that plugs into your computer that, so it is tethered, but yeah.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
really cool.
I think it's neat. That was a really cool announcement. I did not. It seemed like kind of like because people have questioned like, why can't I use these other
$80?
ones?
Woo. So they're selling it's an $80 cable. That seems a little pricey. Apparently you can also use your own cable.
Yeah.
So-
But like the Quest is
Okay.
cool. Like people ranting and raving about playing Beat Saber on the Quest with no wires. That sounds
Yeah, that
pretty
sounds
rad.
pretty awesome.
And then it's like, oh hey, here I could plug it in and now I can play Stormland. Like the awesome, you know.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun. Yeah, that's kind of cool. They had some other like game announcements and stuff as well. But I thought that was the neatest thing. It seems
is
obvious that like any headset you should be able to just plug in because it's essentially just a screen, right? Because your PC does all the
Yeah.
work. But obviously
Yeah,
the tech
it's-
is different in them all.
Yeah, and you have to have some sort of like thing in the device
Yeah.
to tell it like, okay, don't use any of the hardware in here now. You're just going to essentially mirror this other like screen or what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
This next story. Call of Duty Modern Warfare in firing line over year-long PS4 exclusivity for Spec Ops Survival Mode. A lot of people pissed off about
this
one.
is there's
one-
some people
This
that
one
are
got everyone in a
choked.
tizzy.
Yeah.
Again, the story from Eurogamer by Wesley Yin Poole, deputy editor. Basically, Call of Duty announced that they were going to.
Well, Call of Duty Modern Warfare is
Yeah,
PlayStation
sorry.
4. There's a mode in the game called Survival. There's a survival. It's called
It's part of
sorry.
Spec
Please-
Ops.
yeah.
So
So
they announced
has
Spec
a
Ops was
survival
coming
mode.
back, which everyone was
Yes.
super excited about.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, oh, well, there's also Spec Ops Survival, but that's only coming to PS4. And it's only coming and they get to have it for a year.
Yeah.
And then internet
So survival
table
mode is
flips.
exclusive to the PS4 until October 1st, 2020. This is hard for me because chances are I was never going to play this mode to begin with. So it's hard for me to be upset about it. But at the same time, I understand where people are coming from. Like, if there's a year exclusivity on it, there's going to be another Modern Warfare game in a year. And so by then, nobody's going to be playing this. So, like, you know what I mean?
And we don't really know what this mode's, I guess, like kind of like a horde mode. Like, it's not the whole, like,
Yeah,
Spec
this
Ops
isn't the
mode.
whole
You're still
Spec
getting
Ops mode,
everyone's
no.
getting the Spec Ops mode, which is awesome. I love Spec Ops.
Yeah.
Me and Titty Cup the third.
Oh, the third now.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
his new name.
Who are the other?
That's his
are
new name
you-
according to Twitch chat.
Who's the second and the first?
I don't know. I guess his other lives.
Well, that's fair.
He's respawned 3 times.
So Kurosaki confirmed survival is only one part of the game given over to the timed exclusive and insisted that it's a sliver of Spec Ops. He said the survival mode is 1% of the game and the other 99% is simultaneous day and date across all platforms. I'd rather have everyone playing 99% of the content at the same time than 100% of the content sometime later.
Yeah.
So, that's... And, of course, Infinity Ward's narrative director, Taylor Kurosaki, he responded to, obviously, these are the complaints that people were freaking out about. And he more or less pointed and said, like, decisions that are above all of our pay grades made these things happen.
These are
Please,
complicated
essentially, don't be
decisions.
mad at me because I had nothing fucking to do with it. This
Yeah.
was somebody else decided upon this, right?
Yeah, fuck
Um,
Activision. Don't get mad at us.
yeah, I mean something like that, right?
I don't know how I feel, but I'm kind of annoyed because I know I'm going to be playing this on PC.
Yeah,
In actuality, would I ever actually play this mode? Probably not.
that's see, and that's where like
But it is annoying that it's like a year is a really long time for a game mode. Like
well,
I could
especially
care
one that
less
has a
if
like. I think the biggest issue here is that there's another like there is a Call of Duty every single year,
yeah.
right?
So by the
If there
time
wasn't another
it's
Call of Duty coming out for 3 years, like this would suck, but it's not that big of a deal because in a year everybody plays it, whatever. They have another 2 years until the next one comes out. But I think the biggest argument that I'm seeing for this here is that this is going to come out in a year, and the new Call of Duty is going to be out, and nobody's going to give a shit.
yeah.
So it is in a weird way kind of exclusive all the time. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not exclusive all the time, but it kind of is because nobody's going to care in a year when the new game comes out.
It's just weird that it wasn't like I don't know if
Like a
they don't they
6 month timed
don't
exclusive even.
well they don't 6 months would be better, but it's not like they really do map packs because most FPS have been moving away from map packs because they don't want to split the player
Yep.
base. They've been monetizing through loot boxes and
This is
cosmetics.
they're also ditching the seasons pass, right?
Yeah, so you figured they would have. You figured it would have been like
So they've said there's going to be 2 new multiplayer maps, new multiplayer modes, and Spec Ops missions that are coming out post. That's going to be post launch content that's going to be coming across all the platforms. It is just this one mode that is being set aside.
yeah.
But I mean, I guess at the end of the day, when you've made a deal with Sony, previously, and then this game comes out and they're doing all these things, like Sony at some point has to be like, okay, like we've given you a shitload of money to have something, like what are you going to do for us?
Yeah, exactly. Because
You know what
that
I
deal
mean?
was made like months ago, if not years ago already.
Right. Like,
They've been
I'm
the
assuming it was at the
exclusivity
beginning of the
partner
generation.
with Call of Duty
And
for a while now.
right, when they left Microsoft, like Sony's like, okay, well,
What
we
did
have
they
a
get in
7
Black
year.
Ops 4? Do you remember?
I
don't
think
even
it's like
remember.
new maps and new weapons or
Was it-
something.
was
Like
it
I don't
maps?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I wasn't paying
But
close
there was
enough.
something. I'm sure there was
Yep.
something, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I love Frost's comment in the chat. 1 year later, we unfortunately had to discontinue support for this game mode. Oh my god,
Because nobody's fucking playing it. 'Cause it's
yeah,
such a tiny
literally,
piece.
people would like burn their freaking studio down.
So like, I think it's shitty.
It is shitty. They should have
But-
really gotten something better.
But like at the
Good
same
on
time,
the
like
PlayStation users.
yeah, and like
I guess they figure the majority of people are going to be on PlayStation anyway, so like, well, the couple 100,000 that are going to complain,
yeah, I don't know.
forget all y'all.
I don't know. Like I said, like if this was like okay, where we're gonna be releasing like a whole, like a whole full-on multiplayer game mode or something, like hey, Ground War is only available, like that would be a little bit more like whoa,
A
wait a
whole
second,
big
like,
mode.
like yeah,
Yeah.
like this isn't like a whole mode. It's a small piece of one mode. You know what I mean? And I mean, I'll be very curious to find out like how big this exclusivity is when it finally comes out. Like, how big is this mode? Like, how many maps are there? Like, how
I
much
assume
content is
it's
this
just
really?
a survival mode in the new Spec Ops maps.
Right.
That seems like the obvious thing of what it is. Like, are you really going to play that? Are you playing?
I
You're
just
playing-
mean like what does that entail? Like,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
much content is that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like how many Spec Op maps are there?
Yeah. Is there
So
like
if you
12?
love Spec Ops mode,
And there's a survival mode for every single one of those.
oh, I
Like,
imagine
okay,
there would
that,
be absolutely.
that might be a bit of content, but
I
then
can't remember how many maps were Spec Ops in Modern Warfare. But I
can't
remember me and Titty Cup the third used to play it a lot. It was cool. Like they were like stealth missions, like stealth sniper missions where like we had to like mark and take out targets like okay on 3, and there's like a lot of strategy to it.
Totally.
And it was a lot of fun. So
because it kind of felt a little bit like those really tight, like old school sort of tactical,
Oh yeah,
with friends and
it's
stuff like
like
that, right?
the
Like that's
puzzle
kind of the
mode
idea.
of Call of Duty.
Yeah, for sure. Um, like I said, it's hard
It just
for
seems
me to
like a
be
long
like
time and a weird,
angry,
weird,
but
weird.
I understand the argument there. So
This Activision takes the brunt of that one. Sony doesn't care. They're like, well, we got it. Come play it on ours.
uh, the internet's weird. Moving
This
on.
is one where I don't feel bad siding with the people that are upset. Uh, Like
Like I said, I'm
it's
not.
not a big deal, but at the same time, understand why they're upset.
Yes, that's exactly my point.
This is one of those more exclusivity, like as opposed to just a stupid skin or a map or like a gun. You know what I mean? This is
Yeah.
like a whole mode that's quite different. No one's really done. There's never been an exclusive that's just been a game mode, has there? On this scale, I don't think so.
Yeah.
You've had guns and maps and strikes and stuff in Destiny.
I mean, one could
But
argue like the strikes in Destiny could be, kind of a big deal.
yeah,
Especially at the beginning when Destiny was new and there was only like so many strikes to begin with, and suddenly
yeah,
like the
three
PlayStation guys
strikes,
had like
three strikes in an
extra ones,
expansion.
like
And the
you know what I mean,
PlayStation
like
gets one extra one.
yeah. So
Yeah,
so
it sucks.
yeah.
It's Activision.
Moving on, PlayStation blog, they announced a limited edition Death Stranding PS4 Pro bundle.
I think it's
I
ugly.
won't lie. I think the PlayStation controller looks like somebody peed on it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the BB container, I guess.
Right.
I've seen people
I think the console
Photoshop.
itself looks pretty cool.
I just think it's like lazy. Just some
So
handprints.
it's a PlayStation Pro. It's like white on the top with a black
silver, black, and silver again.
silver, yeah, black and silver in the middle, and then white on the bottom. And there's like sort of the black. I want to call them like bloody handprints because it kind of looks like as if you had bloody handprints and like the blood is running down the console, but it's black instead. The console itself looks kind of cool, and then the controller is like this awful urine
Pea
yellow
yellow.
color that is, and they're doing this semi like see-through like PlayStation controller. Not their best work
No,
personally.
it's very like lazy.
Also, I mean, the game's not
I,
even out.
I would have expected
It's gonna be
better. That
good.
just seems really, really rushed. It's not pretty art. The controller. Now, if that little baby inside the controller, like some of the Photoshop clips or videos from the intro trailer, that'd be a different story. It would be kind of freaky. But yeah, I think it's ugly yellow, and the hands are just lame. Not
Yeah.
the nicest special edition.
I gotta take a quick second and give a shout out to Stacy Roy for dropping in our chat. Thanks, Stacy. Yeah, I mean they had their state of play. PlayStation did their big state of play this week. Sort of, it was short. Like it wasn't.
Did
It
you
was
watch
like
it?
what 20 minutes. I tried to.
It was
I
20
was
minutes.
going for lunch, and I was like, oh yeah, that's happening. I'll like check in, and thinking it was gonna be a few minutes. I checked in and caught like the last bit of the Last of Us Part 2 video, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
So the big one, obviously, Last of Us Part 2 is we got a launch date February 21st, 2020. That's pretty cool. They also announced the PlayStation Plus free games for October, which is going to be The Last of Us Remastered,
Amazing
and
game.
MLB The Show 19,
that's a killer month.
great lineup, killer lineup. Now I can actually go play The Last of Us because I've never done that. So
Wow. Oh, drop everything
Yeah.
and play that with your wife
See?
watching.
See, there you go. Now I'm like, and it'll be the remastered version. So
And
I'll
she
be-
plays
I'll be good to
PS4,
go.
so that shouldn't be hard to do.
Yeah.
That's how I played it. I
Um,
played it with my wife watching me.
We got a story trailer for Modern Warfare, which is pretty neat. And they introduced Humanity coming to PS4 and
It's
PSVR.
from the Res Infinite Tetris Effect people.
Yeah, the Yugo Nakamura. It's interesting. It's like a weird, a human behavior simulator. He said, like it's go watch the video. It's kind of weird, kind of funky. There's music. It's go watch the video. Tell me what you think. Um, Obviously we just talked about the Death Stranding PS4 Pro bundle.
Blech.
There's a medieval PS4 demo that launched yesterday. So
It's a
it is
short
up
demo. It's
live.
only on for like a week and a half or two.
Yeah, it's called the medieval short-lived demo. So it's a and if you play it and then you do buy the game, you do get a cool hat for inside the actual game when you do it, which is sweet. You get the Dan's helmet, which is
So
cool.
yeah, there's a link in the show notes to all these stories.
Yeah,
The state of play recap.
yeah.
Really cool thing about Medieval is our homie Nick works on it.
Hell yeah,
He's like
producing
the
it.
producer.
Yeah, which is super cool.
Yeah.
I have got it downloaded. I'm looking forward to playing that demo again. Then they announced Civ 6 is coming to PS4 on November 22nd, which is pretty cool. This looks like it's the like full like with a bunch of I think this includes it includes the expansion bundle that includes both Rise and Fall and Gathering Storm expansions. So that's pretty rad. If you're into Civ, I don't know how it's going to play with a controller, but either way, if you got a PS4 and you want to play some Civ, it is available to you. They also announced Arise, a simple story announced. This is like what a pretty game. I love the art style in this game. I don't really know much about it. It's coming out from Piccolo Studios. It looks kind of like a third person wandering adventure sort of game. Really cool, like I said, really neat art style. It's kind of how would you even describe this? I don't even know.
I think people have been comparing it to like Journey.
Yeah, kind of. It's
Except
like
for you actually
really
control a guy with a beard as opposed to like a little ghosty hooded character.
yeah, really really gorgeous, really gorgeous. They announced Wadham is coming to PS4 in December, which is kind of a funky
From
Takahashi
the guys,
game
who made Katamari
behind
and
Katamari
Nobu Boy.
Damacy. LA Noire, the VR case files.
The next few titles were all like part of like a little VR sizzle reel they had.
Sweet.
So yeah, LA
Man.
Noire.
I'm amazed they haven't made a sequel to LA Noire. Like they seem like they re-released this thing. Like it came out on Switch a while ago. They remastered it and put it on PS4 a while ago.
And then they
They're
did the
doing
VR.
like
Was
VR
it the Oculus
things?
or Valve VR for this one, or was it just both of them?
I'm not sure. Kind of wild though. Like yeah. Then there was another game called After the Fall, which is also a VR game coming out next year, coming from the creators of Arizona Sunshine, which was a like Vive game on.
Came out on
I think
PS4 as
is
well.
it on Oculus as well?
Came out on PS4 as well too.
Did okay.
Yeah.
I didn't not.
It's like
play
a
it.
shooter, like a
It's like a kind of a
shooter.
shooting gallery. Like stand there, grab guns, shoot zombies.
Yeah, like
and so on and so
waves
forth.
of enemies.
Yeah. And then Gorn Battle is coming to PSVR as well.
Battle.
Kind of a funky like arena battle game, as it looks like. Kind of interesting. And then last but not least, Stardust Odyssey announced for PSVR, which is a VR version of wow, this thing looks wild.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch
I didn't watch
State of
this
Play.
either.
I did
Stardust
watch-
Odyssey's like you got ships and you're shooting stuff and you're flying around and it looks pretty neat. It's very, very pretty. Be interesting. It'll be very interesting to see what that looks like when it comes out.
I did watch the Last of Us
The Last of Us Part 2 video.
2 trailer reveal thing. Apparently, there's going to be, when this podcast drops, there's going to be a bunch of impressions. It's like embargoed till Thursday.
Yeah, they had an event and they had a bunch of people that got
They offered
play
to
the
fly
first
me
bit of
down,
games.
and I said I couldn't go. And
You're
then
like, nah, not right now.
Yeah, I
Maybe
said Dane
later.
couldn't go either, because if I
Yeah,
can't go, Dane can't go.
Too small, smells like fart.
No, they did not ask us. Apparently, it was a pretty intimate event. But yeah, we'll be getting some impressions dropping. I know Greg played it.
Okay.
Apparently for 2 hours. And,
Awesome. So he's gonna get to play another 2 hours when the game comes out.
yeah. The
Yeah.
trailer's cool. Some nice reveals.
Yeah.
I won't say anything. If you're interested, go watch it. There was some reveals.
Yes,
that
there was a
what
pretty
most
big
people are
reveal.
assuming that happens in that game.
Yeah.
'Cause there was a nice little surprise at the end. It was like, hell yeah. But yeah, check it out if you want. Cool thing is we did get the release date, which Dane already talked about, February next year.
Yeah.
And then this next story, also from PlayStation Blog. Sony is selling hardware straight to the consumer. You can purchase PS4 consoles, accessories, and games directly from PlayStation starting today. This is in the US right now only.
I could have swore like maybe they just had like on their website they just had like pricing and stuff.
I think
but,
they just had pricing, and then they would push you towards retailers.
right.
So like if you clicked on a PS4 Pro, it would have the the MSRP up on the site, and if you clicked it, it would be like you can get it
sort of like
at
where to
GameStop,
purchase Best Buy,
blah,
Amazon.
blah, blah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
now it's just like, no, just fucking buy it from us. Fuck those guys.
I mean, if GameStop's gonna go out of business,
They gotta build their own business or infrastructure
Yeah.
to sell shit themselves. That's for sure.
I mean, I guess the question that I kind of have with this is like, why? Like,
Why?
not that I don't trust Sony, but like,
Make-
why wouldn't I buy from like Amazon when I know I can get it like free delivery, next day delivery? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
You
they're sort
if
of
you're
trusted,
a PlayStation
like-
Plus member, you get a discount and you get express shipping.
Yeah. All
So
right.
like this is almost like being a PlayStation fan. You get rewarded with discounts and
That's pretty
benefits
cool.
here.
And I mean, this is only in the US, but I mean, for our US
Oh,
listeners,
yeah.
like, that's a pretty cool option.
They're definitely gonna expand this. Seems pretty obvious.
Hopefully.
This is like everyone doing a freaking PC launcher.
I mean,
Just-
you could buy Xboxes from Microsoft this whole time. So, I mean, this isn't that. I mean, like, it's
I
kind of
guess
surprising that
I
this.
guess you're right.
Yeah, like you could go to a
There's always been
Microsoft store and just
Microsoft
buy an
store,
Xbox.
right?
Like, yeah, and you could do it online and they just ship it to you. I mean, this isn't.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
guess it's not as big a deal as people are making it out to be.
I'm kind of, in all honesty, I'm kind of surprised that they weren't already doing this because I thought they kind of were.
like you mentioned, I kind of thought they did too.
But yeah, apparently now they are. So
That is interesting. Didn't you bring it up? Because like the internet was like, "Oh my God, Sony's selling consoles," and like you just totally brought it up. Microsoft's been doing that for years now.
you could buy the Xbox 360 console from them. Like they've
But then
been
like
doing this.
people weren't in a tizzy, and the retailers didn't freaking have a meltdown.
Yeah,
Well, I guess this is just Sony playing catch up then. Just like with so many other things in the business that they need to play catch up in, even though they're in the lead. Still a lot of stupid shit Sony does.
because can't you buy a console straight from Nintendo? Can't you go to Nintendo's
No.
site? And, no.
No, you can buy. They do the same thing. If you go to Nintendo, it pushes you towards retail partners.
Okay.
Nope. I don't want to go to that site. I don't know what that is. Sorry. I was trying to go to Nintendo.com and I
Keep
pressed.
it clean, man. Keep
It was
clean.
clean. It's just I don't know what that site was. If it was going to be something bad.
And it wouldn't
Here,
be
let's
very
see.
clean, would it?
Nintendo Switch starting at $199 MSRP. Nintendo Switch. Click on the system. Available
Okay.
now from $299
Okay. Add to cart.
online. Nintendo Switch Online. No, there's no.
No.
Okay, here's a buy now button,
Okay, click it.
and
Surprise! You bought a
it just
Nintendo
shows
Switch Lite.
retailers: Amazon, Best Buy, GameStop, Target, Walmart.
Okay. So probably won't be too long, and then Nintendo will do the same thing.
Well, Nintendo. I swore they shipped control. Well, they definitely ship controllers.
Yeah. Because they keep breaking.
I got my controller back.
Is it fixed?
I don't know. I didn't use it, but it looks like a brand new controller. Speaking
It's
of the
kind of what I
busted,
figured they were gonna do.
speaking of the busted controllers, apparently there was a video on our Discord of people would drift on Switch lights.
I
I
don't know
didn't
why people are surprised by this.
I didn't watch that video, but that's not good.
I did.
That's
I
bad.
did. It's yeah, because now you can't just slide off your controllers and send them back.
No, you're
You're like,
like,
oh great, now I got to send my whole system back. And you know what's
uh,
gonna happen? You're gonna send your whole system back, and they're gonna send you a whole new one.
or they're gonna send you one all scratched up and beat up and
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I mean, a new refurbished one.
Ugh. Along with the State of Play and the Last of Us event, Microsoft had the Inside Xbox event.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest, or Inside Xbox stream.
Yes.
The biggest news out of that was Project xCloud preview. You could sign up for it in the U.S.
The UK and Korea.
and Korea. I'm like, what? Where's Canada? Come on, where's Canada love?
Korea makes sense because they have a ton, their internet there is awesome. Their infrastructure and their internet is rad.
I think it's pretty good in the UK as well.
Some areas in the UK are awesome. The US, well, it's the US. I'm surprised they didn't open this up to Canada,
It is.
but I'm kind of not surprised because it's Canada. So,
Mm-hmm.
I
didn't
hopefully
watch
we'll
this
find out
yet.
more about it at least.
I didn't.
I did not get
this.
to watch this.
The Atlas is coming to Xbox Game Preview. Sad.
That's the game. That's a like pirate type game from the guys that did Ark, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. They also announced new games coming to Xbox Game Pass for PC. So we're getting Dirt Rally 2.0, Bad North, City Skylines, and Saints Row 4 re-elected.
And then they just had
Which is
some
pretty
trailers
cool.
and deep dives in some games we
Yeah.
already know about, like Children of Morta, Code Vein, The Outer Worlds,
Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
Hitman 2 DLC preview.
Yeah.
I don't know what Felix the Reaper preview is. You think they put links to all this? They have the news recap here. This is on Xbox's site, and there's no links to any of the titles here.
Yeah,
After
I don't
Party
know why
preview,
they wouldn't do that either.
Ace Combat 7 trailer.
Skies Unknown
Like,
trailer.
Yeah, they got a DLC.
There's another game I gotta grab.
And then
because
Daisy. Is that Daisy? Yeah.
Livonia, yeah, that's a new map for Daisy.
So yeah, man, I really want to try xCloud.
I know, same.
I don't know. I'm interested. I have a feeling it's going to be part of Game Pass Ultimate, which is kind of exciting.
Yeah, I
Which,
guess hopefully we'll find out more
if
soon.
it
That's for
runs
sure.
and works well. Doesn't bode well for Stadia, but hey,
Yeah.
that's it for news. Public service announcements. We talked about them already because they were part of the PlayStation State of Play.
Yeah.
Last of Us Remastered and MLB The Show are next month's PlayStation Plus games.
Yep.
And then Medieval 4 demo is available now on the PlayStation Store.
Only for a limited time, so make sure to go grab it so that you get the helmet for the full game when it comes out.
I didn't realize there was like gear associated with that.
I think this is a little special something.
Yeah, I like special somethings.
Yeah.
So Dane,
yo,
this is all you. We're in the free for all section. You went and saw what?
Downton Abbey.
Downton Abbey. That's how you pronounce that?
Yes.
Is that how it's spelled?
I don't know.
It looks weird.
It's British.
Then it's definitely weird.
Yeah.
Was it a movie?
Yeah, that's the whole TV show.
Yeah,
right?
it's a series, right?
So this was like a series on PBS. It's about the Downton Abbey house. There's like a giant house. It's like an estate with like lords and ladies and shit like that. The show is set in like the early 1900s. I think there's like 6 seasons or something like that. I will say right now, I never watched the TV show. I've seen like little bits and pieces of the show here and there when my wife was watching it at home.
So this was like
I was not a
your
fan.
anniversary date night movie.
Yeah, totally. My wife was like, "Oh my god, they made a Downton Abbey movie. I have to go see it. It looks amazing." And I was like, "Do we have to see it in AVX?" And she's like, "Yes, we got to see it in AVX. Are they showing it in IMAX?" And I'm like, "No, sweetie, they're showing Rambo in IMAX. They're not showing Downton Abbey in IMAX."
Oh,
And
I
so
heard
she was
Rambo
like,
was
"Okay."
bad.
So we went and we saw Downton Abbey. So like I said, I went into this knowing nothing about the show. Like I shouldn't say nothing, but like knowing very little about the show. Um, I will say that it is an extremely well written movie, and it was a lot of fun. And I kind of want to go back and watch the show now.
Is it
There's a
like
lot of
is it a drama?
It
It's
is.
just
It
like
is totally a drama. Like honestly, the funny thing about this movie was that the whole point of the movie was that the king and queen of England were coming for a visit. There's the whole movie plot. That's it. That's the whole thing. They are coming to visit, and the rest of the movie was about them getting ready, all the things that are happening while they're there, and like the little interactions between and all the drama in between everybody while they're there, and the stories that are happening in and around that whole visit. That is literally the whole movie. And I know that sounds like simple and kind of stupid, but like I said, it's extremely well written. It's very well acted. The cast is fantastic.
so. This series is currently running on TV right now. It's not like ended, and this is
So the
like
series has ended. They did, I think it's 6 seasons, 7 seasons. I can't remember. It was like a PBS BBC venture where like they showed it on the BBC in like the UK and in Europe, but it was shown on PBS in North America. Like I said, I think it's 6 seasons. They're not super like 25 episode seasons like a normal show. I think they're like 8 or 10 episodes or something like that each. They're like an hour long episode. Like I said, I don't know too much about the show. I just went and saw the movie, and for a movie that I kind of went into thinking like, oh boy, is this going to be pretty boring? And I'm kind of going to be like, I actually walked out going like, man, that was really entertaining, and I had a good time, and that was a really good movie. So I don't necessarily think that it needs to be seen in the theater because it's
mhm.
like it's a drama. Like there's not. That being said, the cinematography and stuff in it is beautiful. Like a lot of gorgeous shots of like the castle and the estate and just the
It
countryside
looks like
that
a cool
it
freaking
happens
place.
in.
Jeez, balling
Oh,
out of
dude,
control.
what a place! And the neat thing is like these are all fictional stories based on real people, right? Like those people still like the descendants of those people still own that estate and they still own that house and they're still lords and ladies and shit that still own it, right? But it's like this was 100 years ago and sort of their struggle, and it was neat. It was really really neat. So if your wife or girlfriend is like, oh man, I want to go see Downton Abbey, and you're kind of like, oh man, that seems real bad, you should go see it because it was really enjoyable. So
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
like I said, I didn't really know too much about it other than what I'd sort of seen briefly, and I was a little bit apprehensive about it. But I think when we're done watching Murdoch Mysteries, we may watch Downton Abbey because it seems pretty good.
Oh, that reminds me. I've been watching The Expanse.
How you liking that? I
I
heard
ha-
you finished the first season,
yeah,
right?
we're into season 2.
Yeah,
Um,
that's on Netflix, right?
no, it's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a. I
Oh, sure.
think
You'll watch The Expanse on Amazon Prime, but you won't watch Good Omens.
I keep seeing the trailers for Good Omens at the start of The
Fucking guy,
Expanse,
man.
and
Yeah. You should watch Good Omens.
and the Jack Ryan show and whatever their other
Fucking
exclusives.
6 episodes, dude.
We'll get
6
to it
episodes.
probably. My wife said it looked interesting. Yeah, The Expanse is
do
cool.
it.
It's sci-fi. I don't know. It kind of feels like a Battlestar Galactica,
Okay.
but it centers around the tension between Earth, Mars, and what they like a group of people they call the Belters, who
Is it
basically
expansive?
it is expensive. Who basically mine like the asteroid belts, for Earth, and I assume they do stuff for Mars as well.
Okay.
But there's also this like kind of resentment from the other factions of people who live on the Earthers,
Oh.
who are lucky to live on Earth. Like, why would you ever leave Earth? You've got the ocean and skies and air, and we've only ever
Right.
known these like dingy ships and colonies and
Right.
artificial environments and stuff. But I guess it's been centuries of generations on
Right.
Mars and on the asteroid belts. They almost kind of have like a separate language. Some
Oh wow.
people's bloodlines have been in space for so long that they actually their bone structures have changed. They're like super tall
Right.
and lanky because
Yep.
their body type density is like totally different because of the gravity, and
Mm-hmm.
like Earth's gravity is like painful to them
Oh, interesting.
because it's it just pulls on them and they're like not designed for that.
Right.
I guess centuries of evolution have like physically they're humans but they're totally changed, which is kind of
Yeah.
neat.
Yeah. Hmm.
And basically it's there's a couple like storylines that are like all kind of intertwined and like crash together at the end of the first season. it's
Right.
it's militaristic like Star Wars, but it's not like lasers and Jedis and stuff. It's
Pew
like
pew pew
it's military
pew.
spaceships and like
Right.
future armies.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the suits for all the soldiers and factions really remind me of like Mass Effect
Oh,
a lot.
interesting. Okay.
Um, I like the actors. There's some cringy acting here and there.
Yeah.
Um, Sometimes the special effects are kind of meh.
Yeah.
I assume they probably get better as
Was this a show that was like on like sci-fi or network TV and then came to Amazon? Do you
I
know,
I
or
don't
was it like
I
made
don't
for
know where
Amazon,
it started. I don't know if it's always been just an
like an
Amazon
Amazon
show.
property? Hmm.
Here I see sci-fi in the network notes.
Oh, I wonder if it was like
So
started on
I think it
sci-fi and
started
then
on
came
sci-fi, and I
over,
think
or
Amazon saved them because I think it was one of these
interesting.
ones where it was killed, and Amazon's like, no, 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 no. I think
We
that's
got
exactly.
this.
I think that's
We got
exactly what happened.
you.
But yeah,
Interesting.
basically this event happens, and there's like this cover up, and some like sneaky faction is trying to start a war between Earth and Mars,
Hmm.
and there's all kinds of deception and like
Follow the
behind the
money.
scenes stuff going on, and then there's this like crazy thing that's happening that I don't want to talk about because it's kind of spoiler alert.
Right.
But yeah, I like it. The crew of people that get flung into like this situation and just they're against their will, just kind of just have to roll with it and ride it
Right.
through because they're caught in the middle of this whole conspiracy
Hmm.
uh, event and so forth. And it's
I might
pretty
have to
cool.
check it out. I hear it's really good.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's what's the name of the guy who played the Punisher on
I
TV?
keep.
Not
I was
not
just gonna say. I
not
keep wanting to say
the
Tom Jane, but
yes, the the Jane guy, the original
Tom Jane, the
Punisher
one from the movie.
from the movies, Thomas Jane.
Yeah, Tom Jane.
He's like a cop on one of the on one of the.
He's really good. I like Tom Jane a lot.
I don't.
For the record, I thought he was a killer Punisher. I thought he did a
Yeah,
really good
he's
job.
not on Mars, but he's on one of the space stations, and he gets
Okay.
tasked with this like side case to go investigate this thing, and that's how he gets dragged into it. And then these other crew of people are like, they're ice miners aboard an ice ship that kind of fumble into this whole thing, and it's pretty cool. I do like it. My wife's liking it.
Sweet.
When my days off from streaming and I'm spending time with my wife, we're usually watching 2 or 3 episodes. So
Nice.
yeah,
Sweet.
I know we've gotten a lot of it's been coming up in the Discord, and that's kind of why I ended up watching it because I like
Right.
sci-fi is my fucking jam. Like,
Right.
look at me, I play Destiny all the time. I like sci-fi.
I don't know. You've been playing Borderlands a lot as of late, so
Borderlands is also sci-fi.
I guess you do make a point there. Mm.
It's kind of gritty sci-fi.
That's cool though. I like.
I was gonna
like
say
those
there's
types
no
of shows.
magic, but then there's the sirens who are like pretty much magic.
Well, of course. I mean,
Borderlands.
space magic, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love space magic. I wish I had space magic.
Has there been any space ninjas yet?
There has been space ninjas in
Yes!
frickin' Borderlands. Of course there is. You got Zero, man.
Oh, I wasn't talking about Borderlands. I was talking about The Expanse.
Oh,
I don't care about Borderlands.
no, but there might be. I don't know. We
Okay.
just started season 2. There's
right.
3 seasons, and season 4 starts like in December or something.
So what you're saying is there's still hope.
There's still a chance for Space Ninjas.
All right.
Dane,
That's done.
I'm going to
What
say
up?
that's in episode 223 in the Gigabits in your ear holes.
223.
Not that anyone halfway tuned into this. Maybe you did because you were on Twitch.
Sweet.
I'm your host, Rico, with my co-host, Dane Cody. We do a weekly podcast. If you did tune in late, thanks for watching this. For everyone out there who, have been listening from the get-go, or if you're new, obviously, you can follow me on Twitter at RickF, no K, RICF.
You can always come hang out with me on Twitter at Dane Cody, at DAYNECODY.
You can also catch Dane streaming on Mixer.com
Slash Dane Cody.
/Dane Cody. Obviously, if you're watching this live, we're at Twitch TV, twitch.tv/Geekoholics.
Yeah.
We're an affiliate. We can take tips and bonuses or subscriptions and
Bits and
all that
tips
crap.
and
Not that I
stuff.
expect anyone to ever do any of that stuff, but hey, if you do, awesome. It helps pay for the podcast hosting fees, which come out of my pocket, but that ain't no biggie. We love doing what we do. And what else? Yeah, you can catch the past replays, obviously, on Twitch for a little while, but eventually I am uploading some of my streaming, and this will also be uploaded to YouTube as well later on. YouTube.com/Geekoholics. You can follow us on Twitter at Geekoholics. Subscribe to us on YouTube, like I just said, at Geekoholics. Instagram, Geekoholics, and our Facebook page at Geekoholics. If you're watching this on Twitch, all the links should be below on the channel. Some of them are. It's under construction. Give me a break. This is our second, maybe third live show. No, second full live show without a crash.
Don't jinx it, dude.
We're at the end now. Who cares if it crashes now?
Oh, okay.
It's all good now. We're pretty much done. And then, yeah, if you can, leave us a review on the App Store,
iTunes?
Apple
The App Store?
App Store. I think iTunes is dead. The podcast app.
Sure. I don't know, man. Like the iTunes, I still hear people saying like, leave us a review on the iTunes.
Yeah, it's always
old. I don't know.
Review this on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube. Like it on Twitch. Whatever the heck. Share with your friends. And then remember, we've got the 3 contests going on right now for the Zelda Cups, Collector's Cups, bit.ly/Zelda Cups. Password for the bonus entries for you listeners or viewers is Game Boy for that one. Wreckfest for Xbox One, bit.ly/WinWreckfest. That password for bonus entries is wreck it. I'm a wreck it. And then our last contest, another 3-month Game Pass Ultimate. That's bit.ly/Game Pass Ultimate. And the password for that one is GPU. So yeah, good luck to everyone who enters for that. I'll probably run those for a couple weeks. I'll probably end one next week, one the following week, and one spread them out like that. And I think that's about it, Dane. I think we're done.
We out.
Yeah, until next week. Peace.